Well, hello everybody. Happy Thanksgiving 2024. How about we just skip the intro? Although I never really have an intro. I could give you this kind of like overall, like, hey, what's going on? What's been going on? But we're just going to have to skip right to it. Tried this video 3 times. The first one, things just went totally awry. The second one, I started to feel like a fraud. And then, so for the third one, I was like, I just got to start all over, just from scratch, abandon everything from the first video. Which it wasn't much. I was just kind of, shooting the breeze, as they say, here on a holiday, the laziest night of the year, as it's been called. It's been called that 3 times, actually. This is the 4th time I'm calling it that. So we did just have a little bit of excitement, though, in between videos. I went to check on the cats, found Rose, usual spot. Couldn't find Floppy, though. I was like, are they together? Are they in here together in the room? In the dark? What's going on? Got some Thanksgiving hanky-panky with the cats? He was in the closet. Slightly, I was like, where is he? And then Mary was like, is he in the closet? I always forget to check the closet. We got a closet with a shelf, and the door was open, and yep, he jumps up in there. All is well. Cat found. I think the original Thanksgiving video, I've been doing these Thanksgiving videos for a long time. A lot has changed since the first one. For example, when I was first making these videos, just coming home from mom's or whatever, just completely gorged on food, watching some football. I was cat sitting a lot of times, so I wouldn't even go back to my place. I was going back to my friend who had moved out of town, and his mom had like a traveling job, so I'd stay at her house and watch her cats. And I think that's when I started the tradition of these videos, kind of around the same time when the whole channel started, I guess. A lot has changed since then, but one thing that hasn't changed is I do feel like this is a great night for videos, It's never like this video's a big hit or anything. I'm sure the people that watch it get a little enjoyment. I'm sure there's some of you are probably where I was in that 10-year period. I went like a solid decade where I was single. I mean, maybe a few dates here and there, but nothing that I would ever like call a girlfriend or whatever. And I was fine with it. It was okay. It wasn't like I was sitting around the house all angry about it or anything. I was enjoying myself. Most of the YouTube videos on this channel, maybe not most at this point though, but a lot of the YouTube videos on this channel were from that time period. And then starting, I guess, in 2020, a lot changed really. Not that you would really notice it much here from watching the channel, but then starting in 21, even more changed. And then 22 and 23, even more changes. So I don't know. It's all been smooth and cool. Like I said, you probably haven't even noticed. But then we have Old Faithful. I heard Old Faithful doesn't blow regularly like it used to. Maybe it's back on schedule. I thought there was a time period there. I was like, that's it. The whole thing's going to blow. Most of North America. When Yellowstone goes, we're all gone, right? At least here, those of us here in North America. So when Old Faithful quit going, that could be also a sign. If Phish is still on the road and I quit doing recaps. Same thing with Gizzard. Although I'm not a regular with them. I guess I could dabble into that. There are some Gizzard fans that are new to the channel. I don't know if they're aware that this is mostly like a Phish channel. Like at least 50% of my content, maybe more, are just Phish recaps or some sort of Phish video. And then, but then this over the last 2 years, coming up on 2 years, I think it was right around January of 2023 was about the 3rd or 4th time I tried to get into King Gizzard, and that time it just like instantly clicked. I was completely all in, and have pretty much stayed there ever since. And then when I saw them live this summer, took it to an absolutely different level. I don't even know where that thought started. But, I think some Gizzard fans are like, what are you talking about Phish for? And then some Gizzard fans that are aware of that I like Phish as well think that I'm trying to like stuff Gizzard into the Phish bottle, which I'm not trying to do at all. Some Gizzard fans want no discussion of Gizzard at all. Same, that happens with Phish fans as well. I don't understand that really, but... So let's move on all past that. It's more of a holiday video. I did watch Planes, Trains, and Automobile yesterday. It's plural. See, it's weird I can say plural, but I can't say rural. Rural rhymes with plural. See, I can say it a little better there if I can combine it with plural. But here in a couple minutes, I'll just try to say it. I'm telling you, I'll be right back to rural. Sometimes it's just, I got to spit it out. And what was really torturous is I grew up near a street called Rural Road. And then real not a great road to grow up on. And I grew up near it. I didn't grow up on it, near. And then there was not that my street was some haven, really. You know, it wasn't exactly a $9 million mansion. And then so really, and then ate all the traditional stuff that, you know, you would imagine a person would eat. I don't do anything too fancy. I think over the years, like I was telling Mary, that my mom, I think she basically just does the stuff that she knows people are going to like. I think my sister kicks in a dish or two. But it's just, you know, mashed potatoes, gravy, turkey, obviously. Some years ham. I don't know why. I don't know. Mary pointed out there are a few Easter type items involved here. The deviled eggs. Is it doubled or deviled? Pretty sure it's deviled eggs. I used to say doubled. I don't know why I called it doubled. Or if anything, it was halved. You know, I don't know where I got the doubled from. Anyway, so we had those. That is a little Eastery, but that always comes with our Thanksgiving. And then, yeah, mashed potatoes and gravy, green beans, some corn, that sweet potato thing with the marshmallows. Obviously, like some kind. My sister, though, introduced Red Lobster biscuits. I don't know, it didn't seem very Thanksgiving-y either. They were, of course, they're awesome, but just kind of seemed like a tad out of place, maybe. And, you know, like I said, just all the traditional stuff, really, you know, sweet tea, all the good stuff, right? You know, very, very Midwestern to maybe, I wouldn't say Southern, very Midwestern Thanksgiving, I suppose, you know. There was a time when my mom would try to, you know, get a little bougie and throw something in, something a little trendy, maybe from the internet, but it never worked. You know, it was like her first time trying it. So just, you know, just go with what you got or what, you know, people like, I suppose. And pretty much everything was awesome. Everything that we had and had the second time, you know, all good stuff. Sure, the same with you. You know, where we're going here, I don't know. It's a pretty short video, really, unfortunately. Like to at least go 10 minutes for the holiday specials, but we're flaming out around 7. I don't even know how the first 7 minutes went, really. Maybe I should. It is odd. Like one thing I don't want to mention anything from that first video again because I don't feel like a fraud. I may even show that to members or something. I might even show the first several tries to members. And if they get through it all, it'll be quite the experience, I hope. But geez, I'm gonna take up an hour of their time at this point. My God, man. So then, oh yeah, I did want to mention that Phish fans, you don't have to feel apologetic for loving King Gizzard. It's okay. You know, even if you're like, hey, I prefer King Gizzard at this point. I think they're the hotter band. I imagine there was a time in, you know, 93, 94, I'm thinking August of 94, August of 93, summer of 94, where there were some really hardcore Grateful Dead fans that were like, wow, this band Phish is on fire right now. They're kind of where it's at. But they were probably like, you know, I love Jerry and Grateful Dead's meant so much to me. That's kind of where Phish fans are right now. The ones that really, really love King Gizzard. It's like they're apologetically telling me that they love King Gizzard more. That's okay. I let it hang there. You know, I don't really say much back in response because I can tell they're a little bit torn. So I don't really, it's ridiculous. You know, I got to say, you know, I could give you the big disclaimer. Oh man, Phish has meant so much. I mean, this channel wouldn't be what it is without Phish, man. Where would I be? I mean, my life probably would be different without Phish. I don't know how. I don't know, good, bad, whatever, the same. Certainly, well, it wouldn't be the same. Equal. But regardless, it certainly wouldn't be the same without Phish. I will give you that disclaimer. But as of right now, yes. I mean, King Gizzard is where it's at. And that is like no knock on Phish. That doesn't take away anything from current Phish or past Phish. It's just kind of where I'm at and how I'm feeling and how the old ears and brain are connected. It's just like King Gizzard seems to be kind of on fire right now. I'm really liking just about everything. So, you know, I was there with Phish at a point. And then Gizzard fans just seem really disrespectful towards Phish. Like, whatever, get over yourselves in your band. They're just a band. You know, how many times I've had to tell Phish fans that Phish is just a band, it's okay. You know, whether if it's me or somebody else critical of something they've done, played, a show they didn't like, whatever, you know. For Gizzard fans, it's me and Cookie. They don't like the me picking on Cookie. But whatever, man. It's just ball busting like I would with one of my friends. And I understand Cookie's not my friend. He is my friend. He just doesn't know it, you know? So I'll just bust balls. And then I suspect, and I've said it before, even directly to the person, there's been a few of them. I just feel like maybe some King Gizzard fans haven't had a ton of friends. You know, they have the social skills of like a giraffe or something, maybe a pregnant giraffe in a zoo. That's their, so that's kind of like where they're just like, they feel like they got to come in and defend Cookie. They care about Cookie. Cookie and King Gizzard is one of the few things in their life that is a bright spot. They don't need some jerk on YouTube coming in and taking shots at Cookie. Well, I love Cookie, but at the same time, I will say whatever I want about Cookie whenever I want in any video, including positive things like Pie Pie's awesome. You should check out Pie Pie. It's Cookie's band. I mean, look, there isn't any hacks in either of these bands, all right? So, you know, Paige was the target when I first got into Phish videos. Came right for Mr. Page McDuck. Just like I came for Cookie. He was the obvious target. I mean, come on. What was I going to do? Attack Lucas up there? He's all man. Boom. We're out of here. I'll leave you at that. We got to 11 minutes. Happy Thanksgiving. The holidays are officially upon us. It's not a time of year I dread. It's not a time of year I necessarily love either, though. So if it is a time of year you dread, that's a bummer. Hope you get through it and things go well. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy holidays. Hopefully this video helped you somewhat, a little bit, if you're sitting around bummed out tonight. You know, and I had that long period where I was alone. And it was like, I'm sure while everything was fun and games, you know, I'm sure there was some lonely times where I sat there with the cat. Just like, wow, this is lonely. Love you guys. Boom, we're out of here. It gets better. Someday you might end up with a wife and 2 cats, cleaning litter boxes, getting up at 5 a.m. Love you guys. Boom.